Now, to formally begin today's proceeding, I take the privilege of inviting our first speaker and representative of the organizing committee, Advocate Dipankar Kamble, to introduce the committee and to deliver the preface for the first Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade Memorial Lecture.
I was directed by the MOC that stick to your time, don't extend, and finish it as soon as possible. So, taking those direction, and I strongly believe that if you can't hold the audience captive, you shouldn't hold them captivated. So with this, I'll start. Tathagat Gautam Buddha, Kranti Surya Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, Gyan Jyoti Savitribai Phule, Rajyashi Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj, and the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest of all, a person who has no parallel in this world when inquired. And I say these words very responsibly, and I am ready to argue with anyone in this world on this claim of mine. Just to give an example, there is no other person in this world on whom a single man has written more than 2000 songs. Vaman Dada Kardak wrote more than 2000 songs on Baba Sahib. And when the greatest leader of the world mentors someone, it is bound that the person has to be special for a reason. Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade was mentored by the greatest leader of the world, none other than Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Jai Bhim and good evening, ladies and gentle persons. Today we have gathered here for the first Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade Memorial Lecture, and I have been given the responsibility to do the preface of this memorial lecture. The Ambedkarite Lieutenant Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade Centenary Celebration Committee, quite a big name, is a group of young and semi-young individuals who came together to honor the legacy of Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade in a non-conventional way. This is the first memorial lecture. Dr. Darade will be giving the keynote address. This is the first memorial lecture. We are also working on a 200-page book on Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade, which will be unique and one of its kind. Soon we will announce its release. And as Shakespeare says in his Sonnet 55, no marble nor gilded monuments, this book on Barrister Khobragade will outlive any of his statues. Now, as the program is the memorial lecture, Dr. Darade will be giving the keynote address. So it is also my responsibility on behalf of the committee and family to say a few words about Barrister Khobragade. I have divided this speech into 5 parts. First, his background. Second, his mentorship under Baba Sahib. Third, his role after Baba Sahib. Fourth, his contribution to the internationalization of Ambedkarite movement. And fifth, his love for Buddhism. So first topic, to understand Barrister Khobragade's background, we will have to understand the geography in which he was born. Because I believe that no history can be read in isolation if you don't consider the geography. So Barrister Khobragade was born in Vidarbha, and I'll take you a bit back because it is quite relevant to mention that Barrister Khobragade's grandmother, Paika Bai, her name itself means money. Paika means money. So she was from Devada village. Khobragade family, entire Khobragade family was from Devada village. Khobragades are named after the famous river called Khobragade in Armory. The people who stayed at the shore of Khobragade river were known as Khobragades. So Paika Bai was such a unique woman that in record, and I can say probably she is the first Dalit woman entrepreneur of India, because almost 150 years back, given the caste structure of India, even Brahmin women couldn't do a business of her own then, but a Dalit woman named Paika Bai started her own business, flourished, and her name itself became synonymous to money. So there's a small anecdote which I would like to share with you all. When Paika Bai came to her age of marriage, she was when her father asked ki, Paika, now you have to get married. So she kept a condition. Being a Dalit woman, she kept a condition that whoever tackles the tiger, I'll marry that man. And Bhivaji Khobragade fulfilled that condition and he married. They both got married. It's famously said that Paikabai posted this condition that जो पण वाघासोबत झुंज करेन मी त्याच्यासोबत लग्न करणार. So that's how they both got married. Bhivaji Bapu died early, and as a tigress trains her kids to hunt and then teaches them law of nature. Paikabai Khobragade trained her sons in business, and then after a certain age left them on their own to carry forward their family and business. Barrister Khobragade's father, Devaji Babu Khobragade, was the first MLA of Chandrapur. Back then it was CP and Berar, and he was elected from Independent Labour Party. So Barrister Khobragade has had this entire background before he was born, and there's another anecdote which I would like to share, and I hope every one of you will enjoy this anecdote, that we come to hear every other day that some Dalit groom or some scheduled caste groom got beaten up because he rided a horse or his wedding procession happened. But when Barrister Khobragade was born, Paikabai, she carried him on her head in a golden basket, and an entire procession was taken out when Barrister Khobragade was born. So it's symbolic because today we are celebrating 100 years of Barrister Khobragade centenary year. So this thing happened not exactly, there's still 1 month, but this thing happened almost 100 years back. And the other anecdote which I will share, and I think that whenever we hear about Barrister Sahib, we should not just look at a leader for his leadership, but also his personality and also his background. We should humanize our leaders. So there's another anecdote that when Devaji Babu was a flourishing businessman, and every morning he used to take a horse chariot to his work, and he would have to pay extra to the horse charioteer because Devaji Babu belonged to Mahar community. So he used to pay the horse charioteer extra money, but the horse charioteer, even after taking extra money, used to take his horse chariot at the river shore and used to wash it because Devaji Babu had sat on it. So when Devaji Babu came to know about this, he decided that when my son is born or when my first daughter is born, I will not let them sit in any other person's chariot. He bought them their own chariot, their own horses, their own chariot. So this is all the background when Barrister Khobragade was born. And coming to my next topic, mentorship by Baba Sahib. Barrister Khobragade first met Baba Sahib at Chandrapur railway station, and Barrister Khobragade had this dream of becoming a doctor, a physician. But once he met Dr. Ambedkar, he was so impressed by Baba Sahib's personality that he changed his mind and he was like, I'll also become a barrister. So Devaji Bapu, he was always in touch with Baba Sahib, and he was an active party member of Independent Labour Party. So Devaji Bapu took Barrister Khobragade to Mumbai, and they had a good discussion with Baba Sahib that my son has attained an age, and what's your suggestion for him? So on Baba Sahib's suggestion, Devaji Bapu sent Barrister Khobragade bearing his own cost to study to London at Lincoln's Inn. There's a photo I actually forgot to. Mr. Chandrasekhar Mishram has come. Please give him a round of applause. Welcome, sir. So the second topic, as we were there, it's a mentorship from Baba Sahib. So as I mentioned, Barrister Khobragade first met Baba Sahib at Chandrapur railway station, and then later in Bombay, where Baba Sahib suggested and advised Barrister Khobragade to go to London and study law. But upon his return to India, he was appointed as the president of Madhya Pradesh Scheduled Caste Federation Committee. Sorry. I get a bit distracted. So he was appointed as the chairman of the Madhya Pradesh Scheduled Caste Committee, and then later when in 1954 Baba Saheb contested the Bhandara election, Barrister Khobragade was appointed as the observer for the Bhandara election, and though Dr. Ambedkar did not succeed electorally in the election, but all the leaders of Scheduled Caste Federation and later Republican Party worked tirelessly for the success of Baba Saheb. There's another anecdote which I'll tell you in this particular topic, that how Barrister Khobragade was appointed as the General Secretary of Scheduled Caste Federation. So there was a meeting of Scheduled Caste Federation in Bombay, was supposed to held in Bombay, and all the senior leaders were present in Siddharth Mahavidyalaya, and Baba Saheb was yet to arrive to the meeting, and then Mai Saheb, means Dr. Sharda Kabir, called upon Barrister Khobragade and told him that Barrister Baba Saheb is thinking to appoint you as the General Secretary. Barrister Khobragade was taken aback because there were senior leaders like Aure Babu and all present then. But then Mai Saheb warned Barrister Khobragade that if Baba Saheb announces you as the General Secretary, please don't say no, because then you will have to face Baba Saheb's anger. So Barrister Khobragade then accepted the position of General Secretary of Scheduled Caste Federation, and then later after Baba Saheb's death, Barrister Khobragade became General Secretary of the Republican Party of India. My third topic is role after Baba Saheb. So once after Baba Saheb's Mahaparinirvan, Barrister Khobragade was named as President of the Presidium Committee, which acted as a custodian of all the trusts, political and social organizations established by Baba Saheb. And I say there's another thing which I would like to say, that there are only two leaders, in my opinion, who have two leaders of Republican movement who have successfully led the political movement in Maharashtra. One is Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade, and another is our Honorable Prakash Ambedkar, because electorally only these two people have succeeded in politics. Other people, I will not comment, this is not a right stage to comment on any of that. The fourth topic is internationalization of the Ambedkarite movement. Barrister, we all know that Baba Saheb wrote a letter to W.E.B. Du Bois about the similarities between the African American problem and the scheduled caste problem of India. After that, and after Baba Saheb and before Dalit Panther, Barrister Rajabhau Khobragade is the only person who has engaged in this dialogue between African Americans and the scheduled caste of India, because in 1969 he went to USA and did a good study of African American issue, and had also met Martin Luther King Jr. then. Last topic is his love for Buddhism. So we all know that in 1956, when Baba Saheb decided to convert to Buddhism, Barrister Khobragade requested him to have another conversion on 16th of October in Chandrapur. So Baba Saheb gave respect to Barrister's request, and on 16th October the conversion did happen in Chandrapur. After post Baba Saheb, Barrister Khobragade did various conversion program, one in Umred, Vatsa. He also did it in Tamil Nadu, Bengal, Bihar. So Barrister Khobragade was not just limited to Maharashtra, but also had a great deal of power in Tamil Nadu, because we had 3 MLAs in Tamil Nadu. One was C.K. Tamilrasan, and there were another 2. So with this, I conclude my speech. Last but not the least, I will thank Dr. Pallavi Darade for accepting the invitation, Honorable Imo Narnavre sir for accepting the invitation. This program would not be possible without help and support of many people. And lastly, I would mention that I'm a bit sad about one thing, that when we decided this entire program last night, I got a threatening call from a certain someone that how dare you do this program in North Nagpur. And this being an academic lecture, I don't know what insecurity these senior people of North Nagpur have from us, that they get insecure from a 26-year-old boy. And but that's not to be paid much heed to. But yeah, thank you so much. And Pallavi ma'am, I would like to mention that I have also been a student of Pali, and not directly Pali, but I've been a avid reader of Baba Sahib, and because Baba Sahib has written a dictionary on Pali, Pali has also been a language of my interest, and it was of interest to Baba Sahib as well. And Baba Sahib has been a knowledge contributor in the language of Pali, because he gave words to many modern words like diabetes, railway, and all. So yeah, so it has been a language of interest for Baba Sahib as well. With this, thank you, and Jai Hind.